Hello all, this is Dswank, and I am in Space Engineers, and I'm on board the Force Projection Cruiser that the first episode, where I showed where I'd been pre-weekend. Now this is after a good several hours of me doing work on the interior. And the interior is done except for, well, the ship is done except for three things. I need to put some lights, interior lights, on the ship in most of it. I need to do the programming in the programming blocks for what I want. I need to furnish the observation area, which is that area that sticks below the ship. But other than that, she is done. Unless something pops in my mind while I'm doing all this. So, obviously we're on the main bridge. Up here, well, let's start up here where the captain's quarters is. And this is his desk. I'm not too happy with it, but it's the best one I found of that style, where you could sit behind it and look. You've got a view out, which I like. I'm contemplating putting some blast doors here, so it can close in case there's bad stuff. But he can do his office work up here. Captain, he, she, whoever, has easy access to the bridge when things are going on. And then we have the main run of the bridge / command. So, if during combat situations the pilot would fall back, or the navigator would fall back to back here, and this door would close. And it's airtight. We're back here in kind of the first part of operations. And then we have this, which is kind of the tactical command area. We've got a holo map of what's around us and holo map of other things. This is would be set up to project a smaller version of a large grid ship. That's what this projector is for. I will have that script up and running. Then we have this area, which is another kind of operations center. And you'll notice each one has a door locking them, which is nice. I like that. Then back here, we have kind of a break area. You can get snacks, you can get coffee. We have kind of a relaxation area and restroom back here. And why are you not closing? There we go. And that should be pressurized, unless I really screwed up. I thought I pressurized that. Yep, I did. Okay. And you've got snacks that you can get, sort of if on duty for long periods of time with action call. Then up here, we have the computer area where all the programs will be running. And there should be an air vent there. Okay, I put them up there. Never mind. And we have a briefing room. Nice table. The table and chairs are from a Star Wars Death Star table mod. And back to the captain's office. Let me through the door. And I like the way this feels. It looks nice. And this is the level of quality that I want to do the rest of the ship, or strive to do the rest of the ship in. Okay, we come out this door. And immediately to our right, we have teleporter array. And a console for people to run teleporter with. We have security over here, And I really like these consoles for security. It's the only one out of the the mod pack. It's the refurbished equipment mod, and then basically cells. This is the brig. While it doesn't make much sense for the brig to be that close to the teleporters, I had to put it somewhere. And I didn't have any good place other than there for it. Now down here we have the second security, which is also the armory. So we have places to store the guns, we have the lockers for security, and more gun storage, and those panels that I really like. Those. Oh yeah, I also forgot to put the railings here. Nuts. Okay, and then this is cold storage. This is basically where pantry for food. Let's see, we could go down. It's down here. Okay, the shield generators. You can see them through there. I want to put... This is something else that I need to finish or fix. I need to cut that one out and put a walkway down them. But I didn't think about that before now. And then we have stairwell down to the what is it? The observation area. And this is probably going to be replaced with a conveyor tube. And yes, it does feel like this goes on forever. And I'd love it if I could put an elevator in here, but eh. And then we have the observation room, which back here would be, I mean, if you were going to do a fancy feast, you could have the big fancy table here, and then back here would be where all the food would be dropped off. And let's fly back up. I wish I could fly. This is one of the downsides I have to this ship, is this tunnel is freaking long. But I couldn't come up with a good, reliable method that didn't take up a huge amount of space, other than that spiral staircase. So, we've got... Wow, I keep going up. Okay, so we've got this level, which we've covered everything. Go up here. And we've got crew quarters. Let's come down here. This is just above command. This is where some extra oxygen is stored, things like that. We have crew quarters. 8 beds, or 4 bunk beds in each of these rows, and lockers. And this is very similar to, I visited the Lexington aircraft carrier, and that's pretty much as close as I can get to non-com or enlisted barracks. And then we have restrooms, showers, sinks, toilets. And then we have the laundry for the area. Now, up here we have the mess hall, which I really liked the way this came out. I believe this is the TSV mod pack that has these, the kitchen and the tables. So we have the mess hall there. We have kitchen here. Plenty of room. Put the food up here. They come by, grab their plates, go. We've got cooking island right here. And lights. I I'm thinking of pulling these lights forward. No, I can't because of the island. So yeah, I was considering pulling the lights forward if I could fit them up here and putting refrigerators back here, but Space Engineers won't let me do that. Then this series of doors is an airlock, and you will recognize this area from the previous tour. And I want to put lights down this hallway. And yes, everything in this is pressurized, which took me a while to get done. Okay. Cut that out, maybe. But yes, everything here is pressurized, as you can see. So, yay. We've got rec room. No lights still. I need to set that up. That's the biggest draw that I haven't done, is setting up the lights. And then down here, we have more crew quarters, set up in a similar manner. Several rows that way and that way. That way and that way. And pretty much the only place there'll be lights is the 4 major hallways through here. So, and then we have laundry for them. And let's see. Now we need to find the stairs that go up, which were back here. Not there. Here. And we've got stairs there. But this is medical. And I felt it was a good combination of distance from everyone. Plus there's teleporters. So if people have issues, they can teleport. Now we have seats, waiting seats. Receptionist area. We have places for people if they're sick. Kind of a rudimentary infirmary. The med bay. This is probably the only area that needs to be pressurized that I haven't figured out how. But restroom. And then cryo storage. And quite a bit. And again, I will be fixing the lights. Now this is that upper crosswalk back to engineering, but we showed off quite a bit of engineering last time, and I've got a handful of things up here left to show off. These are the lower officers' quarters. 2 to a room. Down here we've got 4 of the higher officers' quarters. So, and they're all pretty much similar. And I will only have one place to put a light, which is like right here. Maybe one in front of the door. But yeah, the restroom, you have to kind of squeeze back through past the vent. You've got seating, you've got bed, and there's 4 of them. 2 down here, which are in a slightly different configuration. There's that. These are more of the more senior officer quarters. I hate those doors when my character won't move very quickly. Okay. Now, and these are more officer quarters, just mirrored. We can go up. No, that's down. I need to put signs here as well, I've realized. But let's go up. This is the gun deck. It's all piped up now. We've got ventilation. This is where the majority of the gyroscopes are. Unfortunately, the ship needs seriously, significantly more gyroscopes than it has. So I may have to figure out a way to work with that. I may have to replace all these pipes with conveyor blocks so that I can load up gyroscopes there as well. But come down here and it's just circle around. I could fill this area with gyroscopes and haven't. But I need to put a lot. I need to figure out something with the gyroscopes for me to be happy. Not meaning I'm going to sit and wait. Even this will be up on the workshop soon, even if I'm not happy with it. Up here, we have air vents. This is kind of starting area for up top. That leads to the turreted target designator for the missile tubes. Here's pilot changing area. Then we have our missile tubes. And then we're out in the... what? Stop that. We're out in the hangar. Now, probably the fastest thing would be to come over here, open these, fly out, and come over to here and go inside through here. Come on. There we go. Close, please. Thank you. Don't depressurize everything. I want to show off that things are pressurized. Okay. Airlocks. Let's see. Where do we want to go? Okay, let's start down here. This is one of the airlocks into the other side of that bay, where the mining ship is. Now this goes down. I want to go up, but we've got glass and things. Go up. You've got walkway, which I've left open now because I can. We've got the engine room. We've got rear restrooms, which are fairly nice. And they are small. And we've got our reactor room, which hasn't changed since the previous one. I don't think I've changed it, at least. The jump drives have charged, however. I may have changed it getting oxygen in here. Then we've got our nanite assemblers. And that's pretty much it on this side. And you've got your construction bay. We've got assemblers. I've got one assembler set to manufacture each type of ammo that the ship uses. So I have that going. And yeah. That is kind of my tour of the ship. I still do not have a good name for her. So if you have a suggestion, go ahead. I want to hear it. And once I get the lights in and the programming done, she will be up on the workshop, and I will put a link in the description below. Until then, bye-bye.